Local attorney familiar with legal proceedings against law enforcement is Chris Gale. He's represented numerous clients who've had complaints against law enforcement agencies. He joins us now to talk to us about this process. Chris, lots of cases that have come before you that you've accepted, that you've taken before courts. It's not an easy thing to do, obviously, when you want to file a complaint against a police officer or a law enforcement agency. Tell us about that.
No, it's definitely not. I mean, I don't have much competition in regards to the area because sometimes it's sort of a thankless job, and I don't want anybody getting me wrong. I have a tremendous respect for authority, and that's one of the reasons I do what I do. That's why a lot of people, I think, try to do that around the country. So I take it from that perspective that I'm always trying to perhaps make things better in regards to the departments, even the ones that I'm suing, which for a good reason, but it's a nice undertaking.
Sure, no doubt. But you don't just take any case out there that says, hey, I've got this complaint against a police officer.
I mean, first of all, I can't clone myself, and I just don't have the time to take everybody. I always say that I'd love to help everybody, but I just absolutely can't because I go bankrupt and then I can help nobody. So I try to help in regards to the cases that are, what I see as legitimate and good cases that have a firm standing in the facts and the law, and and really give you the ability not only to pursue the case, but also some kind of change as well.
So when a case like this comes before you and it is up against or goes against the or goes to the grand jury, what is the process?
I mean, obviously what goes on in the grand juries is, I say, secretive in nature, and we don't really know exactly what they felt was important or what they felt wasn't important, so it's kind of difficult to say how they came to the decision. I mean, I would say that a lot of times, in regards to cases involving police officers, it doesn't surprise me that a grand juror doesn't find something to proceed on. I think that's probably incorrect, at least knowing what I know in this case. But I understand why, because people have an inherent need to believe that the police do no wrong, and they're out there to do. And overall, they're probably correct, but there are situations where people make mistakes, sometimes grave ones, that end the lives of people's fathers and mothers, and so there are cases that should be brought. And I think it might be different if you or I or somebody else was brought before a grand jury. I think the result might have been a lot different.
Would it be safe to say that they're, of course, held to a higher standard?
I'd say yes and no. I mean, even to today's age, we find that when police officers are doing something incorrect or inappropriate or anything of that nature, that that they need to be tested a little bit and held to a standard. But I think that with grand juries and with trials in general, they're held to a little different standard than we are, and I think that they're given a lot more latitude in regards to their actions and sometimes their inactions.
All right, Chris Gale, thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you, Rudy.